Good morning, everyone. My name is Chelsea Corkins, and I am a 4-H specialist in Saline, Carroll, and Sheraton counties here in Missouri Extension. Today, I'll be providing you with a little bit of information on how to do a Facebook Live. Some of you might have seen me in some other Facebook Live events. We've been doing some STEM and animal, and then we'll be doing nutrition and foods next week for some of our 4-H projects. And so the university asked me to do a bit of a tutorial. How could we showcase this to some of our fellow extension specialists, and how might you be able to use Facebook Live? So, in true Facebook Live essence, I am doing this for you on a Facebook Live. So we'll see how it goes. Part of this fun platform is that things are always a little different. You make mistakes, and that's okay. That's part of one of the big advantages of Facebook Live, is that people feel like they are there still with you, that it's not just a one-directional conversation. So it's a really good opportunity to get to do that and have that contact that we might be looking for. So, as I said, my name is Chelsea Corkins. One of my biggest first tips as you're doing Facebook Live is to give a bit of an introduction for a minute or two, because part of the benefit of Facebook Live is people are going to share this live feed to others, whether they're their friends or people that they know, different pages, different groups they're in. You want to give them a couple minutes to do that so that people can see what's going on. They can get that word out there as it's happening, because a big advantage of Facebook Live is that it is interactive. People can leave comments. Right now I can see if any of my friends are joining to watch. So that gives us that, again, not that just one directional conversation. I'm going to start off a little bit with some of the advantages and disadvantages of Facebook Live, and then I'll move into a step-by-step. I've actually got it pulled up on my laptop, my screen here. So we're going to walk you through how to do some of that. There's also going to be a PDF available afterwards that walks through the steps of how to do this on a computer and then how to do this on a phone. Slightly different because we're talking a phone app and then an interface on your computer or laptop. Steps are going to look a little bit different on each one of them, but I promise you that they're similar enough that we can learn them. This video also is going to be posted to MU Extension Way so that you can watch it outside of social media. We're also going to talk about how do you get Facebook Live videos off of social media so that you can do that for your own programming. Okay, so we're going to start off with some advantages and disadvantages to Facebook Live. My biggest advantage to Facebook Live is that it gives you something that is not just a one-way content. Like I said, right now, you all can comment on things and I should be able to see it. Now, keep in mind, as a presenter, sometimes that's really hard to see the comments pop up as they're occurring and to respond to them. So it might be a good tip to have a colleague who is on either their web page, their personal Facebook page, or another group so that they can respond to comments as you're doing your presentation. But it does give you more of a two-way conversation. It also kind of creates that community and that belonging. We talk about that a lot in youth development and a lot of our other extension work, that it's really important to have that connection building. It's not just about us giving information. We want it to be a conversation. Like I said, it allows them to leave comments so you can get some feedback real time. They can also like your post at different points in the video. This allows you to get instant feedback of maybe you said something and people are shocked by it. They give you that, oh, I didn't know that face. Well, then you know that what you just said is pretty astonishing to them. So that immediate feedback is good to have. Facebook Live is also rather fast. Once you get to know it and work with it, it's pretty easy. It's also quite mobile. We have a lot of people. I used to work in Virginia, and there are some that are using Facebook Live right now to take tours of their farm, to take them out to robotic dairies and talk about that in a live, interactive way. You can do all of this through pre-recorded video as well, but you just don't get that back and forth conversation. You're just going to get it one directional. So totally an option to do pre-recorded. That's not a problem. But that kind of gets me to the third advantage of Facebook Live is for a lot of our groups and the people that follow our groups, say what I'm doing right now, which is Saline County Extension, some people will get a notification that says Saline County Extension just went live. And in that case, they're going to click on that notification and maybe listen to something that they weren't going to otherwise. You don't get that with static videos. They're not going to get that immediate, hey, here's a new post from them. Live also, at least from what I've seen, gets bumped up to people's news feed a lot, at the top of their news feed. So just another advantage to be able to reach people that you might not reach so much with a static video. I am going to show you towards the end of this that you can take Facebook Live videos and download them into MP4s, or at least my preference is MP4s, which then allows you to put them on YouTube. Whether you have a county YouTube, a regional YouTube, an educational level YouTube, great way to get that onto a platform that people don't have to go to social media for. We run into that a lot with youth because they're not allowed to have social media, or maybe they're their grandparents and can't bring it up by themselves. You can put it on YouTube. So we're going to show you how to do that. I don't endorse any specific system. This is just the one that I use that works best for me. So I'll walk us through how to do that. Those are the main advantages that I see using Facebook Live. Some disadvantages: mistakes happen. You're gonna say something at some point. I'll give you an example. My first 4-H Live, I was making ice cream. You know what I forgot? The ice. I didn't bring the ice into my room to do the presentation. But you know what? You just keep going. You keep rolling with it. You all have done presentations before in front of people. You do the same thing. So it's okay to make mistakes. That allows us to have more of that one-on-one connection than we would in a pre-recorded video that we've maybe taken 18 takes on. The second is, just being able to get over all of those curves, whether it's that learning curve or being able to take the videos off of Facebook and put them onto something like YouTube. We can get past all of those. My colleagues and I have also been working on getting to know Facebook Live a little bit better. How can we do some other things with it? So if you have questions, there is a chance that either myself, again, Chelsea Corkins, my email is Corkins, last name, Corkins, and then first initial C @ Missouri.edu. You can look me up on Skype, message me here on Saline County Extension with any questions. We're always learning something new. If something doesn't work, doesn't look quite the way that you're thinking it will, good thing to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and go through some steps of how would you do a Facebook Live. A couple of notes real quick. I am on my phone. As you'll see, my name and everything that's in writing is backwards. That happens on the phone, so keep that in mind. On your computer screen, to my knowledge at least, it doesn't. It keeps everything mirror image, so you'll be able to read everything that way. So keep that in mind when you're trying to think, do I do this on the computer or would I rather do this on my mobile phone? Okay, so let's go ahead to the steps. I'm going to switch you around. Hopefully you all can hear me okay still. So we're going to walk you through the actual steps of what getting to a Facebook Live looks like. All right, so this depends on what you're going through. I'm going to first walk us through a group. So this Facebook should look somewhat like yours probably does. You've got maybe your groups over here that you manage, or your different categories. Facebook doesn't call them groups, I forget what, pages. So let's go to my Saline County 4-H page. Okay, so this is what a page is going to look like that, maybe your extension council or your extension runs, or your 4-H page, or if you have a different one that was run through this platform. To go live, you're going to look just below your title. Oops, not there. Just below your title, and there's this live button. Pretty straightforward. You're going to click it. Don't worry, when you click on, oh, I'm hearing, you cannot hear me. Oh no. Well, I'm going to keep, hopefully, maybe it is just one person's audio that's not working. We're going to keep going. If this doesn't end up working, that's why we go live, and then if it doesn't work out, then I'll walk you through the steps, and I'll put up a pre-recorded video afterwards. That's okay. You're creating that connection. You're getting people out there to watch things. So hopefully, maybe it's just my own audio that's having its own moment. If we're still having issues, let me know, and I can flip my video back around. Anyway, so you're going to click on this live. It's not going to go live right away. You have some time. It's okay. Let me show you what it's going to look like if you're going through your personal page, if you wanted to use that for any reason. So here's my personal page. Live video, it's just in a slightly different area. So instead of being right here, it's just right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So first it's going to assess your camera. So here I am. I'm on the screen. This is a little bit of Facebook Live inception we're pulling right now. So here's what your video is going to look like when you get started. Notice it is not recording yet. This did not jump away from you. Let me see if I can turn us back around. Okay, how's the audio now? The audio's any better? Maybe that's my microphone is away from me. So Okay, if anyone says the audio is better, we'll keep going. I'll tag back to where we were on what was working. So if you're in a group or a page, you're managing a page, here's where you're going to get to that. I'm going to click on, oh man, that's crazy. I can see myself live on my feed. So to get to your live, to get started, you're going to go to 4-H extension or to your extension page. You're going to find this live button. It's going to be right underneath your title page. It's not going to go live right away, so don't worry. That's okay. You'll have a few seconds. The other option, if you're going through a personal page, just because it looks a little bit different, is to go here and go to your live video. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And as I was saying, this is going to get you recorded. Pull up this page right here. A little bit of Facebook live inception right here. We're watching myself do this as I'm recording it myself. So this is what's going to pop up on any platform you've got, whether that's through mobile or on your computer, whether you're doing it through a page or through your personal account. It's going to look something like this. Notice we're not live yet. Right here is where you can type some information about your post. So I usually like to put the title of what we're covering, any hashtags that we might need to include, and finally any resources that you might have used. So say that you use some 4-H curriculum or some research that you've been working on. You can tag that right here, and at least to my knowledge, that comes up on your Facebook Live as soon as it occurs. I'm not entirely sure about that one because now I've noticed it doesn't always happen when we're going live. You can also edit this afterwards, so don't worry. Even if you put just the title and go back and edit afterwards, no problem, you can totally do that. You can add emojis, those types of things. Here's an important one. Mine right now I have set to only me because we're going to try this Facebook Live without posting it to my personal page, but you want this to be public if you're going to do something that's going to show to everyone. So you'd click public if you want to go out to everyone on your Facebook page. For me, we're going to just do only me for now. You can also change your webcam. Depending on if you have an external webcam, you might need to change that. Again, this is when you can kind of set up things to try and make sure it looks okay. Check your microphone. This bar that's moving up and down, you can see it getting a little blue there. It's picking up my voice. If you're seeing absolutely nothing there, that means your microphone is either not on or it's set to the wrong microphone. Okay, so a couple other things. This is a good time to check your background. Right now, this might not be the ideal background for me. One, because I'm not looking at my camera. And two, we've got some weird lighting. It doesn't have anything MU in the background. Just to, keep those things in mind. I'm going to take a quick look at this and see if I've got... Oh, it does say we're cutting in and out. You know what? I'm going to keep going. But what I can promise you is that we will get a pre-recorded video out there. This is one of the problems that we didn't necessarily anticipate for us moving off of our offices, is that we don't necessarily have as reliable internet connection or 4G or whatever we're working with. So it might be that we're going to try this and then we're going to post another video afterwards, and that's okay. This is also where it's really good, as I mentioned at the top, to have someone kind of watching your comments for you, because me as a presenter, had I not just looked at my phone, I wouldn't have seen that people are telling me can't hear you or I'm cutting in and out. So it's really good to make sure that you're getting those comments, and maybe someone can either tell them to you verbally or try to help answer those questions while it's going on. So we're going to keep going through just for those that are still with me, and we'll do a static video afterwards. That's okay. So go live down here at the bottom. Once you get everything set, we're going to go to go live, click that button, and it's going to give you a countdown. So don't worry, you've got a couple seconds. You've also got your preview. So I'm going to show you a bit of what this is going to look like. Up here in the left corner, we've got our live. This is how long I've been live for, so it kind of gives you your own counter. If I wasn't previewing to just myself, it would also have a little eye here and the number of people watching. So right now, even with my terrible connection and audio, we've got 18 people watching this live feed. After the video, it will also show that throughout the whole thing. So it's going to give us a bit of an idea of who was watching. This is also where your comments are going to pop up. If anyone was able to watch this feed, I've got it set to just myself, but if it was open to the public, comments would come up right here. So you could answer comments. Now the issue is, once you fill this whole thing, it doesn't automatically scroll down.
you have to do the scrolling down for you, and that's sometimes where you get caught in trying to see the newest comments.
Okay, so once we're
Done, we go to End Live Video. This will pop up just in case you have someone hit that video accidentally, and then we'll do End.
If you absolutely hated what
you recorded, you can hit cancel, you can exit out, and then this video is going to pop up. So this is probably the single most important part of Facebook Live if you want it to be a video that people can see afterwards. If you delete video,
it'll be gone, and only the
people that watched it in that moment will see it, will have seen it. So if you click done, it's going to keep your video, post it to your timeline.
Now, if you kept a short
video, under 30 minutes or so, it probably posts right away. If you are doing something like we did embryology in the spring, it's going to take maybe 5-6 minutes for it to post. Those were 3 to 4 hour videos.
Usually you have to hit refresh.
And now I've got my live video here. So remember we said we can edit the post, which means I can add my title, my hashtags, my references that I use, and then done editing or cancel, just as any Facebook post.
People can also share this
video while it's going on, which is really nice. It's a good thing to have to get around social media quicker. Now, if you're wanting to take this off of social media, right-click on your video, show video URL. So I'm going to do that one more time. So say this is the video I'm looking at wanting to use. I'm going to right-click.
I'll hold this up.
Right-click.
And then show video URL. Highlight and copy. Okay, so
the tool I use, I am of the tech generation, so Google is my friend. I just type in convert Facebook video to MP4, put that in your search here. And my preference is just this one down here, fbdown.net. No preference, not endorsing anyone. This is just the one that has worked and hasn't seemed to bog down my computer in any way. Obviously very important when you are trying to find things that are downloading.
Right click.
So I'm going to right click.
And then paste. So there's my video.
And then download.
So
this isn't going to work because it's a private video that I posted. So instead, let me go grab one from .4h's
page. From Saline County 4-H's page.
So let's go I'll grab Laura's just as the show video URL. Copy. Paste.
And download. Okay, so
do not click these. These are ads. This is what happens with these types of web pages. They've got ads sitting all over. Do not click any of those. You want to click more options. And depending on how it was recorded, you'll have some options here. The one that I always use here is force download in SD. That's going to download your video. That way you're going to have it on your laptop, and you can use it then to upload to things like
things like YouTube. So once that
gets uploaded, I'll show you where
you can go from that.
Depending on how you save things when you download, you can always bring this video up in your downloaded section of your files, your folders.
So it's right here in our downloads, and it's going to end up being
down alphabetically. So once it gets done downloading, it's going to be right here. Then you can pull it up, and you can upload it to YouTube. If you're really
fancy and want to make
changes to it, you can do that too. This is our video.
Hi everyone.
So now we've taken the
Facebook Live video off of Facebook, downloaded it onto our computer so that it can go to
YouTube directly. Okay.
All right. So I know audio was kind of cutting in and out on that, so I will look at recording another session We can walk you through all this. There will also be a PDF that is available. So sorry about that. This is also part of Facebook Live. If you're, you have some technical difficulties, you just tell people that and either record the video again or keep going and hope for the best. We're still learning a lot of this, so I appreciate people coming in and seeing what we're doing. If you have more questions, again, I'll try and post one that is a static video and here's the steps. Works a lot better when you have pretty solid internet. Unfortunately, my partner and I both work from home, so we are both using the internet right now for live streams, so keep that in mind. Bandwidth certainly isn't in this case, so keep that in mind. We might kind of be struggling with that with all of us working at home, but this is a really great tool to create that connection that you don't necessarily get with static videos. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. Again, my name is Chelsea Corkins. Find me for email, or you can always message here on Saline County Extension and let us know what questions you have. Hopefully at least some of this got through. If not, I will record it again and we will get it out to everyone so that you all can learn how to do Facebook Live as well. Awesome, thanks so much, and thanks on behalf of my entire 4-H team that we've been doing our live videos with. Thanks for sticking with me. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.